So again, we're jumping back to Cavs talk now, and over the course of the last week, we went 2-2. We played four good Eastern Conference teams. Well, actually three. We played the Magic twice. We played the Heat, and we played the Celtics. Started hot. We won the first two, and we lost the last two. But despite us being disappointed at our mediocrity the last few podcasts, we're kind of coming to terms with it on one hand. And I think also, seeing growth in the right places where I think it will pay off in the long run. Mobley's been out for the last at least two games. I don't know if it's been three, but when Mobley comes back, I think we're back to, a top four caliber team in the East. How are you feeling about the Cavs, Zach?
Yeah, I think a couple things here. You see this Mitchell Garland backcourt really becoming effective right now, and I think that's awesome. I was really concerned about it. I'm an idiot. There's only a few games in the season that we were talking about, so I'm at a positive point here. I think seeing no Mobley. I mean, against the Heat, we started Dean Wade instead of him, and then talking who are our bigs? It's what? It's maybe Isaiah Mobley and Jones. And so kind of had that thought where it was like, man, we have so many guards and so little bigs. Ain't that fun? So you really, really miss Evan Mobley, and that just proves that he's elite. But I really kind of am enjoying Mitchell and Garland, especially knowing we might not have them the rest of the 3, 4, 5 years from now. So I think it's really good to watch them. But Tom, does the 3-point shooting concern you? I mean, we were against Boston when we played them Monday night. We were 19 of 45. Does that concern you? Like this season, we're 34% from three. And any concerns there?
Absolutely. I feel like that was our problem last year was we couldn't shoot three, especially in the playoffs. We were just such a streaky shooting team, and I feel like we're streaky again. It's just that uh, we might be more likely to have like a hot streak than all cold streaks. And yeah, you brought up Isaiah Mobley. If we're like having big depth issues, why is he not getting chances out there? And I'm sure Dean
Good
Wade is a
point.
great 3-point shooter in practice, but like he's not hitting all the wide open ones, and he's getting a lot of wide open ones. And it's not just him; it's a Coro. I mean, Struess has been shooting well. It's Niang. I don't know why Mobley hasn't been getting chances. I mean, it feels like Thanasis is getting more chances than Isaiah Mobley. And like, if we're gonna talk about the nepo babies of the NBA, like Isaiah Mobley deserves to actually get some time on the court because I think he smells blood in the water. He's got, we saw it in the summer league. Like if people hesitate, he's like, I'm not going to hesitate. I'll go for your throat. Um, yeah, it's great to see Garland and Mitchell play well together. Their chemistry, I mean, they've both been playing out of their minds of late. And I mean, losing to the Celtics doesn't feel so bad. And it also doesn't feel so bad to lose to the Magic because the Magic are hot right now and we split with them. But in particular about the Celtics, we had about as hot of a start as we could have. And most of that was Mitchell. Mitchell was playing lights out. And you said we were 19 of 45 from three. That's because Mitchell was shooting well. And it would have been way worse without Mitchell shooting well from three. But no, Boston got crazy hot in the second half. Kristaps Porzingis only had 2 in the first half, and then he had 19 in the second half. Boston, if they can stay healthy, they're the best team in the league. Their second unit is so deep, and Kristaps Porzingis is like, if he's the third best player on any team, your team is freaking loaded.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very, very nervous about a team like that. I mean, even if Porzingis goes down, I still think they're a threat to make it to the finals, compete in the finals, maybe win. But with him, they are scary. And we went into their house and kind of punched them in the mouth for the first 2 to 3 quarters, and then they just got hot. So again, it's not like we're losing to the Blazers like we did a week ago or whatever. We're losing tight games to good competition, and we look like we belong out there. We look like we're playing at our caliber, and these aren't losses that hurt us bad. So yeah, I'm feeling better moving forward. And it's interesting, like radio silence on JB this week. Like nobody's like, pushing for him to get fired.
The NBA is so weird like that. Like 3 games, you look at a 3-game stretch and then you're like, oh, the coach is clearly trash. I mean, I did kind of have that thought of like, hey, if we're up so much against the Celtics who might make the finals, like, isn't that a coaching situation where when we let go of that lead and then we end up losing, like, isn't that a knock on the coach not being able to reel our guys in? But then I'm looking at all the positives, like Mitchell and Garland clearly can play together. It's not a question anymore. And
Yeah.
Mobley is that good that when he's not there, we're in a really tough spot. So
Yeah.
and TT against the Heat and onward. I mean, this guy is getting minutes and it's meaningful minutes. So it's like, dude, this guy can actually do stuff. It's just wild.
Yeah, he's playing well. I mean, in terms of like the Celtics, Strus said it after the game, like we're just not hitting our open shots,
Yeah.
or at least often enough, and we have to hit those threes. And if we don't start hitting those threes, like we're going to be making trades, we're going to be making moves, we're going to go get more 3-point shooting, one way or the other. We're going to get rid of some people who can't shoot. And I mean, there's only so much you can do about a Boston team getting hot like that. If we're not hitting our open threes and they are, truly JB can't do anything more when he's putting his team in a position to succeed. Like, but again, I think that as a fan, like I'm watching that game and we lose and I'm like, that's okay. I'm not that mad about it. Like, as opposed to, having wet paper defense or, missing threes and bad decision making and we also didn't have a lot of free throw shots in this game compared to the Celtics. They had way more free throw shots than we did. And yeah, maybe that's a little bit of Boston calls in Boston. But I think we also just have young players who after they make a good move, maybe get past a person, their IQ in terms of like knowing how to draw a foul is not there yet. I really think about Okoro when I say that, but Dean Wade as well. Some of these guys who have the athleticism to make a good first move, but it's almost like they were like, wow, I can't believe I got by that guy. What do I do now? And they just need to get experience. They need to get reps in those situations.